Hey guys, so today's March the 18th, Saturday of 2023, and I want to go with the metal sector. So without any further delay, let's get into it. I think the winner here, and it's obviously, is Mr. Gold, Sunshine. Inside 3 monthly bars. Actually, this is a monthly chart. You can see that we are breaking out pretty much a monthly bull kicker candle. It looks like you may want to test these highs if the momentum continues. Silver looks like it's trying to catch up, but still kind of stagnant. And, inside candle of last month's bar candle. You can see platinum also the same thing inside, even though it got a nice little pop and then pulled back, but still now kind of in this little range. Copper couldn't hold 408, 407. It's a little weaker, but inside, this monthly candle right here, 2 months back. So kind of, you could say maybe range bound from there, even though it tried to pop up. And Palladium inside last month's candle. Let's look at the weekly and see what we have there. And look at the gold. Took out that high. And it looks like it continues. It may test that high right there. Silver playing catch up. It's going to be a lot of resistance at 24, so keep an eye on that. And platinum had a false breakout last week, and looks like it's back in the range of these two pivot points of 900 all the way to maybe like nine and change. Copper, you can see that broke, this pattern right here, and it looks like it wants to go down. Maybe do like a trend line here. It looks like there might be some support coming here with a trend line, but we'll see if that's going to hold. Same thing with Palladium. So that's pretty much it. One thing I do want to show you is that, this could be an ABC pattern if this continues. But we'll see. Let's go look at the charts, simple glance, and see what we could dissect there. Okay, so this is the chart of gold, and look at the monthly. We just hit a linear regression channel, and it stopped on a dime right at 993. So it'll be interesting to see how this is going to play out. Is it going to stall here, or is it going to grind higher and test these highs of 2078 and 2089? Everything looks positive. MACD is positive. You're above the cloud. The only thing I'm concerned is that, the linear regression channel, but you know what? It could chuck along and continue pushing higher. So I'm not really too concerned about that. Looks like, 203 is swing pivot highs right here. So it's very close. But like I said, if it pushes above there, you're going to be probably kissing this linear regression channel up here. And there's targets of 2028 all the way to 2082 and 2062. MACD is positive. Volume was very good. And the trend is to the upside. You can see that it just went up, pulled back, pushing back, maybe retrace again, and then continue. Because as long as we can make higher highs and higher lows, that's good. Here's a perfect example of price action being strong and bullish. It blew right through the linear regression channel on the daily, so that's very bullish. Is it going to continue? I think it's a change of contract, maybe, if I'm seeing that right. So it'll be interesting with all the economic data coming out and all the news of it to see if gold could continue pushing higher. But so far, everything looks good. There was no bears in sight on Friday's close. No bears. Look at that. No bears at all. So that's good. Let's go to copper. Copper, line in the sand was 408 and it couldn't. It tried to close above that and it pulled back. Chopping around here. MACD is negative. Volume was very negative. And you got a PPS buy signal. Hit the point of control at 435 and then pull right back down. Even though the MACD hasn't turned positive yet, but price action is showing some weakness. And mid time frame, It's in the clouds. So it's going to get a little choppy and wild. And it looks like it probably could find support at the 50 weekly SMA. Now the daily short time frame, there's weakness. You can see that it's below the cloud, below value area low of 396, and kind of chopping around the 100 simple moving average right here at 389. So we'll see, if it's going to regain and push higher, or is it going to continue going down? So far, it's pretty weak. Palladium, interesting price action on the daily. You got this nice little pop, and then it pulled back. You see it right there. And volume is pretty low. Although last week was kind of positive, but overall, you can see that it's just kind of doing all these little things, but with low volume. So I don't know if this is just noise. But so far, we got a MACD crossover on the weekly. So maybe this thing could turn around here. I've been thinking it was going to turn earlier, like a month or 2 months ago, and that didn't play out. And you look at the monthly, like it's kind of undecided, chopping around the 100 SMA on the monthly chart, but the MACD hasn't turned positive. So we'll see how that's going to play out for next week. Palladium, just kind of holding around that 954 key level and dancing around the point of control of 974 on the monthly. Although the MACD got a little negative. It's kind of bullish on the monthly. On the weekly, you can see that it's just kind of oscillating between a point of control right here inside the, cloud, and having a tough time trying to close above 996. That's a key level you want to watch. MACD is positive. Volume was pretty strong and green. And linear regression's channel is pointing up. So we got to close above that 997. And on the daily, it's that 986 point of control. What's interesting on the daily is that we're battling out the 50 SMA. It hits it, pulls back, hits it, pulls back. Once we could close above the 50 and the linear regression channel and this key level right here in the cloud, 1010 and 996, it could be possibly that it could push higher and maybe test the value area high of 1051. And lastly, silver. Silver's playing catch up to gold. Gold is the king in regards to price action last week. You can see that it's found support at the 200 SMA on the monthly. MACD is still positive. Nice pop. I like that. See how strong it is? It even penetrated this 50% level, 2245, and closed above it, but kind of stalled right here, there's another resistance level. And the value area high is 23. So keep an eye on 23 to see if it's going to stall there or push higher. You got the 100 SMA creeping up there. MACD is positive. Volume is pretty strong. And if you look at the daily, it penetrated and closed above the 50 SMA on the daily. So that's good. You're about to kiss the linear regression channel. So you can know that sometimes it could just blow right through it. So if it's going to chuck along, this would be your target. 93.77 point of control. It's going to try to kiss that and regain that. So let's see how that's going to play out. I think that's it for me. Hopefully you like this video. Let me know your comments. What do you think about silver, copper, and gold? I think gold is strong, but I'll be watching it now that I hit the linear regression channel on the monthly. But it could continue pushing higher. Hopefully you have time. I'll work on a video on the dollar. I wanted to see what's going on there. And let me know your thoughts. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on the metals sector.